초콜릿은 달콤해 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 오렌지는 상큼해 상큼해 상큼해.
Good day everyone again. I am Jenny Maduay from BSBE2B. So this is the last vlog for a final. So for today's video, it's all about the talisman of national stupidity. So ang gagamitin kong mode reflection is memorying because I know I have a lot to learn here and I compare myself about this topic. So let's start. So in this story, I reflect myself with Rizal because Rizal has been a talisman for national stability. Therefore, with our respect for him, there seems to be a sense of disapproval for all these aspects and characteristics related to him. So this study, I have always learned in my life that that respect and brings it just should always be applied to ourselves because as a human beings, we have the right to respect fellow human beings. Let's go. So respect and respect, it is a very good thing for our lives, especially for other people because we have no respect for ourselves as well as our fellow human beings. So this is what I have in myself, that respect, and is Rocky. So this story, I learned in this story is to respect our fellow human beings, and we must respect all people to give us respect, and to special to our elders, we should respect them as Jose Rizal did. So he becomes successful in his life and his dreams. The story of Claro Emricto in the Rizal Bill, the Rizal Law RA 1425, its predicament mode of reflection I will use of this is memorying. So in this story, I believe do we have different people who are especially educated in our religious. We have here religious, but in the time of Claro Emricto, in the 1954 election was the target of a property organized opposition by members of the Catholic hierarchy. So, and many organizations, they order him to be a communist and anti-Catholic. So, I compare it myself by the way man the Christian I am disciple and I have a mentor in our church, but we meet it in ministry anywhere, but that doesn't mean we track people just as to share in Lord's word. So the complete title of the act is an act to the included in the curricula of all public and uh, private school, college, and universities are Jose Rizal life work in writing, especially his novels Noli Me Tangere. So, and also the El Filibusterismo. So, which allow for print and distribution, it has for other purposes. So, in my life, with all that Jose Rizal has done, I am impressed because we know that Jose Rizal has a lot of talent, and despite his acceptance that he has been successful because that of uh, that of himself who dream and confidently and achieve all his dreams in life. So I'm just like myself. I'm just like myself now, but I am confident in myself and that I can achieve all my dreams and believe in myself and be forgiven. I'm all in the master, so I'm going to fight for life and make my life as successful as Jose Rizal. So in this story, I learn more on in the story of Clara Emricto. A story must persuade other religion to come to our own religion because I am the only one who should be our focus. So all we can do is share the word of God into our people, that we can share it depending on the who I am moved into our religion. And the result law that I learned from him is that we must trust in ourselves what dreams we can to reach. In the story of No Limitang here, I reflect it myself. In these times after 7 years of European education, When Crisostomo Ibarra returned to the Philippines, as a result, Camp Tiago host a banquet and invite many prominent individuals to their home. So in 2023, I finished elementary and college like Crisostomo Ibarra. I really relate in this story because before I left to Kalinan, there were things in my life that I would never forget about my batchmate. I like I did before he left with trials he received on this way home. Before Ibarra returned lieutenant, Guevara reversed what happened to the father of young men, Don Rafael Ibarra. So passed away a year ago after that Ibarra failed with Eliza's help. After that he jumped into the water and their pursuers to Ibarra had jumped. Eliza was shot dead until blood storm. So I compare it myself about these trials of my life. Ibarra, he did everything for the claimant to find out something like that happens. Even if you thought your life, there was a real test coming and should it is our battle. We have lived in a world with our loved ones and the loss of the barracks. Maria Clara learned of Ibarra's challenges death. And he was depressed and hopeless, so he begged Father Damaso to allow him to enter the monastery. If not, he will end his life. I have never experienced it in my life, but I have relatives that they have disappeared, and I feel Mary's feeling for Ibarra's loss. In No Limitang, he talks about romance or love, and the filibusteries mo talks about politics and government issues. So there is man of wealth and it mystery in this story like the country. We have rich people, and Simon, his very close friend and confidant of the Spanish governor general. So rich when of course there are people who come to them because of his great influence in Malacanang. He is called the Brown Cardinal. So, or the Black Eminence. And when we do good to the government, we really left like a Simon. And in the long period of illness caused by the bitter loss of Mary Clara, it hurts to lose your loved ones, and especially those who are important to you. And Simon has perfect his plan to overthrow the government. When we lose our loved one, we do not know what we will do like Simon. He plans to overthrow the government hearing the awful secret of the lamp. Isagani realized that his love Pauleta is in grave danger. To save his life, he rose home, took the light lamp and threw it into the river where it exploded, and the setting of my own rescue. Part of my life, I will do everything I could to save from my life. So, and this story about this filibusterismo, what I learned is that being true to government, we should not do things that are not possible to other people. So, especially when we are in government working like Simon, he has progressed because of his good heart. He has died and has been at peace with a clear conscience and peace with God. So this is the story of the vision of Father Rodriguez. So Fray Rodriguez has been a critic to the novel No Limitangere for Jose Rizal, La Vision de Fray Rodriguez. By Jose Rizal is a counter-attack to the bitter criticism of Friar. So I can relate to the criticism that I have receiving in the society. And a criticism is always takes place and everywhere. Whatever you do, people will have always things to say upon your life. So I compare this story to myself uh, because of my life, I have dreams that I really want to reach, but can't really avoid coming to the point with judgmental people in the world. Like this story, one night, sitting in the comfortable armchair and enjoying himself in the dinner. Friar Jose Rodriguez, I dream of the money he drew from the Filipino pockets from selling his little ware. Someone appear there is something we can't expect in our lives, and we can say that this is how we can overcome it. So it came to him that hit in the back of his neck, and Friar Rodriguez was shocked. Hey, it's not a joke. He protested. In one hand, he slammed that hard part, and in the other, he rubbed his eyes. So in the world, even doing good, the time will come when there are trials we do not expect. In my life, I am friendly, loving, kind, but there are people who really do not treat you well as a human. Come in that time when trials come into people, really understand our seat or things like this. Very important is the voice, and so expresses the gestures immediately that Friar Rodriguez understood him. So he stood trembling, tried to pull himself and moved backwards, asking for place and corner. This story is all about the by the telephone. So, ang ginamit kong reflection mode is microscope because I think I have a lot of words there that can affect to myself and how. In the story of by telephone, this is something that is affected for myself. Since then there has been a phone in the world, it is very important to us because it say the poor phone is full of symbolism. It reveals how the friars live in their lives and how they are grateful for the donation provided illustrados. Every line uttered in Madrid is like an echo feeling. The corners of the Philippines, we are very fortunate to be Philippines because in the year 1900, the Philippines was the first time connected to the modern town via telephone line by an English Catalonian firm called the Transoceanic Telephone Company. I also thank the people who did this because uh, until now we have always used them everywhere. It's great that Jose Rizal really impressed me because of the fourth phone. This is what he did, and it's one available to the phone because of the play written by Philippines national hero Jose Rizal. Social plans discuss issue for the Philippines through two friars, and it was published in 1889 in response to a friar called for Salvador Front, who may have been linked to this discrimination. It was regarding Noli Me Tangere in for initiating the null ban in the fall of 1889. So in the effect of myself because it is the effect of myself because it was this thing I use every day, and not because of them. We were available at for phone. Also full of symbolism shows that fruits left in their lives and how to give them the thanks for the donation provided by the illustrations. It's really something that might symbolize people who are very worth it for people as it helps always. So what we should do is about Jose Rizal doing things that help us. We must care and love because Jose Rizal has done so much to help of all of us. So we are always learn his work for ourselves all because we all know that Joseph Rizal is worth it. We get a lot from him. And the lastly is all about the Rizal letter to the Father Pastels and SG. So ang ginamit kong mode reflection is memorying because by the end of its I have learned a lot and I compare to it myself. In Dapitan September 1, 1892 Rizal first letter to Father Pastels, there was a line there that struck me. I believe I have everything, and since whatever happened to me reflects God's will, I am satisfied and resigned. It implies hope in the society to have faith in God. So, Jose Rizal sent a letter to his father because his father did not honor him with a letter, but the precious gift is trust into him was to send him by his beloved professor. So this is relevant to myself because even though his father did not honor him, but Jose Rizal even made him right because we love someone, we should still care for something we have been given. What Jose Rizal said, he was saddened by being a deportee and a poor town like Adapitan. I had nothing to do with the reward. I hope however, that opportunity will manifest itself in one day. So, that is if ever live long. If not, I tell the Visayans, God pay, God will pay you. So, I was connected to the experiences of Jose Rizal because of myself. And whatever trials will come to, I believe that Lord was always here to guide and overcome all trials like Jose Rizal. He hoped that during his lifetime, he would have fought all the trials because Lord was always here willing to help everyone. It was saying in a letter to tell here, you are satisfied to stop being quiet by wanting to see all his activities. And through the prism of his own judgment and self-esteem, it is painful to think that this is the flesh of the letter because Jose Rizal also shows heart to his father, although the seat is difficult. So what I learned about Jose Rizal writing to his son was his steadfastness and belief in the master. No matter what happens, we should trust will even when we are in the trouble. But let us not lose sight of the trials such as Rizal. Did he says leave me? We must to do our best and trust that the master is the source of the all trials of our lives.